Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And a few days ago, I had a sick day, and while I was lying in bed ill, I decided to watch a movie which I've only seen once before, and it's been a long time, so I thought I should watch it again and try to do a review for it. Pandorum, as you can see from the title, is a 2009 sci-fi horror movie. But for me, I don't really call it horror. It's more sci-fi with elements of Lovecraftian themes, time travel kind of elements. If you've seen the Time Machine, it takes a few inspirations from the Time Machine is what I believe. And this is much like I mentioned, it's much maligned. It flopped at the box office, and it was, it's kind of like a forgotten sci-fi movie. But for me, both watching it the first time as well as this, I think this is actually something that we should give it a second attempt, second watch, and a second chance, because I think it's a little bit of a sci-fi gem that has got a good set and it's got good ideas. And I just think that it's probably because maybe they should have had a few better actors, and I think they could have done a much better job. Having said that, I do think that the actors who are in the movie do a good job. So but I think there's nothing to really elevate them. That probably is the reason why he didn't get a fair shake at the box office. So, like I mentioned, it's a 2009 movie. It is a British and German co-production and like I mentioned, it's got elements of Lovecraftian horror and survival adventure kind of thing as well into it. Directed by Christian Albert and produced by Robert Kulzer, it stars Paulus Anderson. W.S. Anderson is also co-produced the movie. It stars Dennis Quaid, Ben Foster, and the German actress I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, Angie Troll, who probably is one of the best aspects of this movie. I think she did a backup job with this, as do the other two main actors as well. So this is set a little bit into the future. I'm not really sure exactly what year, but due to overpopulation, the resources of Earth have been it's almost to the point of getting dwindled. So even though there's a lot of scientific advances, the governments of the Earth decide that they need to find another planet or they need to branch out into different planets and colonize them so that they can actually have settlements of humans on these planets. So they build an interstellar ark called Elysium, and it carries 60,000 people, and their trip to a planet that is pretty much Earth-like called Canis is actually going to take them 123 years. So they decide to put everybody in stasis, and the crew is going to be also in stasis, and every 2 years they rotate the crew so that they can do some work on the ship. Unfortunately, things go wrong. Everybody is in hypersleep, and we get to see one of the crewmen wake up. One of the crew members wake up. He is played by Ben Foster, and his name is Corporal Bauer. He and a person and his superior called Lieutenant. They don't remember. By the way, I forgot to mention this. While in hypersleep, when they wake up, they do tend to have temporary amnesia about certain things. So the immediate past is something that they've actually forgotten. So they need to try and restart the reactor because they're not really sure if things are going well, and there's complete chaos throughout the ship. When Bauer goes through the ship, he finds that there are these creatures, humanoid creatures that are cannibalistic in nature. Basically, they are offshoots of humans who have reverted into a kind of madness, and that's basically the feeling of Pandorum. So the definition that they give of Pandorum is what was that? Yeah, it's a kind of madness that is created because of apparently there is this algae thing that is supposed to grow on the ship, and that it leaks into the water. This created this kind of advanced evolution of these people, but in a very negative sense. That's how they kind of became this kind of psychosis that happens to them, and they devolved, you can almost say, into this cannibalistic nature where they look also like, kind of like meant for killing, and for their teeth are much sharpened because they crave meat. So majority of the 60,000 people are already killed. There's only about 1,000 or so left. Bauer runs into a couple of survivors, including Norman Reedus. I forgot about that. He's got a very minuscule role in this movie. His character gets killed off pretty quickly, and he meets Angie, sorry, I don't really know how to pronounce it. Angie Trau's character Nadia, who is an environmentalist, and he meets Man, who is played by Kong Lee, an agricultural farmer who's got mad martial arts skills. So they definitely do find out after some time that these are all humans who have devolved into this kind of, when I say devolved, it's like a form of evolution, which they go back into the baser kind of things of just hunting and killing. And there's a twist in this movie as well. I don't want to mention that twist. A couple of twists in the movie in the end, but one, they're not really where they think they are. They think that they are still light years away from reaching Tanis. That turns out to be false, and they are also the corporal. Sorry, not corporal. The Lieutenant Peyton also meets another character, and that guy is not who he seems to be. So there's a big twist over there that happens as well. So I'm guessing because of the fact that that character is played by Gam Giganet. So I found these two twists pretty entertaining and convincing for the most part. But at the same time, I also think that they could have done a lot of things much better. So I'm not going to spoil it further for anybody, because like I mentioned, even though it's a movie from 2009, I don't think a lot of people have actually watched this movie. But I think you should give it a chance. There is some good fight scenes. There is some the overall set gives you this dystopian kind of leather and metal kind of environment, which leads to the tension around the movie, and that kind of feeling about being in a cramped space, which is only relieved towards the very end of the movie. And I thought the ending of the movie was pretty. They could have extended that ending a little bit, but for the most part, I think that ending was actually pretty nice. That's all I'm going to say about this movie. I give it an honest. I actually want to give it a little bit more, but I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Mainly because I think the characters were not fleshed out enough for me, and I think the fact that they didn't have enough good actors in this movie did lead to its demise in the box office. So, on a budget of 33 million, it only made about 20.6 million. But people like me and other sci-fi, and especially sci-fi horror fans, have kind of like adopted this movie as one of our like pet favorites kind of thing. So yeah. Very surprising to see Norman Reedus, because I don't think I've seen him in anything else. He is kind of known for The Walking Dead and also I think the Boondock Saints, but never seen him in anything else. Anyway, that's it for my review for this movie. I think it's something that you should definitely check out, especially if you like science fiction, and especially if you like science fiction horror as well. So take care, guys. That's it for my review. Have a good night.